Hi there, everyone. In my next Halloween marathon and little rant, in this one, I'll be basically calling it If Names Could Kill. And what I mean by that is, like, throughout the years, there have been directors who have been, rejected off of, movies or TV shows or even having things aired based on their name. You know, if a person has done something, graphic or has a lot of blood and guts, usually, you'll have people who'll reject them, from doing certain projects or certain things airing because of, the films that they're associated with. Like, there's George Romero. I know at one time someone wanted him to direct a movie or a TV episode, and that totally got rejected because the people were afraid that it will be filled with tons of blood and gore and stuff like that, because he's done films like Dawn of the Dead, Day of the Dead, and stuff like that. Which, I mean, for today's standards, it's not really that big of a deal. But there's also a guy that they basically did the same thing to, and that's Takashi Miike, which back in 2006 he did an episode of Masters of Horror called Imprint. And the Showtime executives, they basically shelved it, before it could even air. And the only way you would be able to watch it is on DVD. So that is my next movie to watch for my Halloween marathon, and it is The Imprint from Masters of Horror. And there's loads of special features. There's the DVD art, and then you get a little thing, and then you get a card of Takashi Miike. And on the back, talks a little bit about him. It got shelved because, they was afraid, of how violent and stuff like that it would be, because, they was going to basically try to compare it to, like, a lot of the stuff that he's done in the past, like Ichi the Killer, Audition, and stuff like that. But as far as the violence goes, to me, it's actually one of the tamer of the bunch. I mean, I believe that this got banned more for, basically what it's about, as opposed to, graphicness. Because there's been plenty of episodes from Masters of Horror that's, way more graphic and gory than this one was. And one of the things that, was interesting to me about this is the fact that it's all English spoken, considering that all most of the characters except for one guy is all Japanese, and the English language really isn't their language, so they basically had to learn English to speak and stuff like that. And it's pretty cool because you get to see that in the extra features, which and this episode is basically about where a guy, he's, wanting to bring this girl back with him to, because he had promised to, take her back. And when he goes there to find her, he can't find her, and he ends up meeting, a whore, and, goes back there and gets her, to tell him a story about her. There are scenes of torture in it. So for the faint of heart, you may not want to watch it. There are scenes of, torture. The episode is a little bit on the slow side, but eventually picks up. But, as far as it being super gory and graphic, it's not really that. But still an interesting episode to watch. Like I said, it's pretty cool. Just seeing a lot of the Japanese, actors learning English, because it's an all English speaking episode. So that's what I wanted to show, and I'll show you a better look of the case. It is right there. back. And you have tons of special features. There's the inside. And thanks for watching.